Hey there, guys. One of the most common questions I get is how to build complexity in enrichment offerings for different animals. So I decided I was going to put together a video series where every single month I'm going to show you guys a different animal and how I can build the complexity of enrichment offerings offered to that animal. So I am going to be starting off with Roopert, the Bennett's Wallaby. So if you guys would like to see how I am going to be building this enrichment for him, or if you just want to see a Bennett's Wallaby playing with different types of enrichment, you want to make sure to stay tuned because that's going to be coming up right after this. Hey there, guys. This is Jack over at Hi Red Bird, where I am tirelessly working to find new ways to make the keeping of exotic animals and pets more exciting, more affordable, and ultimately more enjoyable. In today's video, I wanted to show you how I can start offering enrichment for Roopert. He is a 3.5-year-old Bennett's Wallaby. He is an albino, and he is absolutely adorable, so I love showing him off to people. Now, Roopert here, you may notice he is eating some fresh bamboo. I like to offer him a variety of different edible plants, and I can do that using these PVC holders that are mounted to the sides of his yard. Now, these are just PVC Y fittings, and they are in multiple places throughout the yard. We can do this to encourage his movement. We obviously want to get him hopping around. It's also important to give him this option of fresh browse and produce, because you guys may have noticed that on the ground of his enclosure, there is sand. There is not grass. Now, that is done for his best interest to help keep him healthy. By keeping him on sand and by raking that out every single day, it helps to keep it cleaner, reduce his risk of parasites. But to offset that, since these animals are grazing animals, we do have to give them the opportunity to browse on a variety of different plants. Using these PVC Y fittings mounted on the sides of his enclosure, I can go ahead and ensure that those fresh cuttings of plants are going to be elevated off the ground. There's no risk of him going to the bathroom on them, so it's going to keep them nice and clean, which is one of the things I always encourage you guys to think about. How are you going to clean things up, and how are you going to keep them clean? Because it can definitely make all the difference in the ease of providing for your animals. Now, right now, Roopert is just getting some fresh bamboo on the lower setting of that PVC fitting. There's going to be an opening at the top that's going to make the browse go straight up and down, and then there's an opening that is at a 45-degree angle. That pretty much puts the browse right at Roopert's eye level, plus he gets the opportunity to use his little hands, which I'm going to be honest is one of my favorite things to see when it comes to providing him enrichment offerings. Seeing him grab at things, pull them closer to him, I think is absolutely adorable. Now, it's really, really important when you're offering an animal something new, something different, you may not want to make it overly complicated. You may not want to make it overly intimidating. Right now, this is just a piece of bamboo at eye level. He doesn't have to work particularly hard for it. He doesn't have to think about it too hard. He can go up to it, he can browse, and sometimes that is where you need to start out. So I definitely hope you guys have liked this idea of just providing browse at eye level, a really easy idea. If you guys have liked this video, you want to make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, you want to make sure that you subscribe to the Hi Red Bird YouTube channel so you can see next week how we're going to make this just a little bit more complex for Roopert the Bennett's Wallaby. I do need to say thank you to my Patreon patrons for helping to make these videos possible. You can find out more by visiting Hi Red Bird on Patreon or clicking the link in the description section down below if you would like more information. Thanks!